What is up, gamers? We just received a new patch for Deadlock, and in this patch we got some massive changes. Sure, no new content technically, but we're seeing some massive changes that will probably change a lot with the meta of the game. We're seeing Abrams nerfs, Dynamo nerfs, a massive KELVIN nerf that changes a lot of things, especially cheesing with his bubble, a VINDICTA buff that raises her skill level by a lot, and there's map changes, a new minimap, and so much more. I am really excited to dive into this with you guys, so let's just hop right in. And as usual, we're gonna try out the changes at the end of the video. Let's go. All right, so let's just take a look at what we got. First off, matchmaking is now open 24/7 for all regions. Personally, that's perfect for me because I play deep in the middle of the night. My sleep schedule's been shot, so that's perfect. Added a new minimap. We're gonna check that out later. Updated base asset and added new unique hero icons. Neutral camps are now represented by highlight glow in the buildings you're located within. The lane orchard is now green. That's probably good for like color blindness and stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. Add a new behavior system. Players can temporarily lose access to certain capabilities in the game. The controls include matchmaking, voice chat, text, pausing, and reporting. So basically, if you're being an ass, they're gonna take away your stuff. And if you misreport people, then you're gonna get low priority on your reports as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool. New players that are queued solo will only match with other new players until they get 4 wins. Oh, that's cool, like a little bit of a newbie protection. The lane allocation of 1-1-2-2 and 2-2-1-1 will no longer be a possible setup. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna get 1-2-2-1 now. This is gonna be the default lane. A 6-player party will no longer match against solo players. This may result in longer queue times for 6 stacks. I can't believe that was still in the game. That's a good thing they're changing that. 5-player party size no longer allowed. Also, hi, Ottr from the future here. I just want to mention that they already decided to revert the 5-stack party change, so I guess people were not happy with that. Ignore that part of the video. AFK players will be automatically kicked out. Abandoned match dialogue is more clear. Abandoned match has a time delay before you can click it to help protect against accidental cases. These are all W wins. This is all really good. Helps with a lot of the toxicity we've seen. And will make the quality of the games better. Not to mention, we're gonna get the patch, the actual changes in the game, but it's a good thing that they're adding that. Added custom hotkeys per hero. This is huge, especially if you're using like a item heavy build, but you need to access it much more easily. Bounce pad visuals have been replaced with a wind fan to indicate the travel path. That's huge. Add a little spirit frog legs to the solar. Okay. Orange zipline is now green. Yeah, because they changed it. Spacebar no longer cancels abilities. Abilities can be pressed again to cancel the ones that have a cancel state. I think I like that. That's actually really good because I've gotten caught in it so many times. Actually, I kept saying they have to do something about it, and it did. The alternate cast modes, modifier button and alternate cast button have had their behaviors merged. That's good. I thought they were already. Added UI button hints when using alternate cast button in some extra cases. Added a slider for double tap alternate cast timing. And okay, that's cool. I like that. There's a little bit more settings, so you can customize it more. I can't wait until they add quick casting so we don't have to open the ability and then click something. Cannot wait. Previously, there was a lot of crossover between the tab and alt modes during gameplay. In this update, we have separated the behavior of these 2 modes to better serve different functions. The keys used for each of these 2 modes can be swapped within keybind settings. We're gonna try that out to see how it feels, because I don't know what the difference is. I just use them for the same thing. Okay, and now we're gonna get into the thick of it. We're gonna get into the, like, these are small, there's some small changes here in this part that are like worth noting, and they will change a few like dynamics and whatever. But obviously, we're looking at the actual item changes, meta changes, hero changes more than anything. All of this is important, and some of these are going to be really big. Headshot booster, bonus damage reduced to 40. High velocity mag, weapon damage reduced to 12. Restorative shot, healing from heroes increased. Healing from troopers increased, so restorative shot might be more worth it to use now. It's a small amount, but it might make a big difference. Conditional weapon damage, Hollow point round, conditional weapon damage increased from 20 to 22. Rapid rounds, fire rate reduced from 12 to 9. Rapid rounds no longer provides minus 50 max health. That's a good trade-off. I still use the rapid rounds a lot, but that's a good trade-off, I think. Active reload, lifesteal reduced to 20%. Mystic shot, spirit damage now considers bullet fall-off. Mystic shot, cooldown reduced from 6 to 5. Berserker, bullet resist reduced from 8 to 7. Long range, bullet shield increased from plus 90 to plus 140. We'll have some more long range buff. That's a decent amount. That's a decent buff. A melee charge distance bonus is moved to innate section. Passive now has an 8-second cooldown. When passive triggers, you deal bonus melee damage. Now gives UI indication when reload procs. I'm not sure what that means, but we're gonna check it out in game. So so do you not get a longer distance now? We'll have to see in game. Soul Shatter bullets, weapon damage increased. Fleetfoot, active move speed reduced from 4 to 3. Cooldown reduced, health increased. That is solid change. Worth it, I think. Warp Stone range reduced to 11. Heroic Aura, active movement speed bonus reduced from 3 to 2. Burst Fire now provides plus 70 health as well. Oh, that's nice. Sharpshooter, bullet health increased. Hunter's Aura, bullet resist reduction reduced. Titanic Magazine, bullet resist increased. Alchemical Fire, Spirit Fire power increased from plus 7 to plus 11. Crippling Headshot, debuff duration reduced from 5 to 4. That's gonna leave a mark. Maybe not, because it really just starts ticking down once you stop firing them anyways, or shooting at them. But Lucky Shot bonus damage increased from 80 to 90%. Glass Cannon max stacks increased from 5 to 7. That is a big change. It's gonna be even better to buy that now. Silencer damage increased from 15 to 20. Frenzy linger duration increased. Okay. Healing Right now grants plus 3 spirit power, so there's even more reasons to use Healing Right. I already love this thing, and now we have even more reason to buy it early on. Enduring Spirit, Lifesteal, Enduring Spirit, Spirit Lifesteal increased from 8 to 10. Melee Lifesteal, melee damage reduced from 15 to 13. Health Nova now requires Healing Right. Wait. So you need to buy Healing Right and then upgrade it to Health Nova. Okay. Now grants plus 4 spirit power, range reduced. So it's a Health Nova buff. And then also a Rescue Beam buff, probably. Because I would imagine this makes the items cheaper too. Or rather, it makes Rescue Beam cheaper. We'll get to it. Divine Barrier, Bullet Shield reduced. Spirit Shield reduced. Rescue Beam, Heal reduced. Cast range reduced from 45 to 36. No longer requires Healing Right, as I mentioned. Fortitude, Lane Troopers do not reset a passive region timer. That's good. Life Strike melee damage reduced. Majestic Leap, cooldown reduced, marginally. Metal Skin, cooldown reduced as well, marginally. Inhibitor, fixed damage reduction on bullets not being reduced by percentage properly. Colossus radius increased. Colossus cooldown reduced. That is a big amount. Phantom Strike damage reduced, very noticeably so. Spirit power scaling. So Warpstone also got nerfed, but maybe Phantom Strike isn't. Nah, I'm still gonna say it's really good. Because you just want to close the gap. The damage is just extra. Soul Rebirth no longer grants weapon damage. Cooldown reduction reduced. Unstoppable fix not preventing disarm properly. Didn't know it didn't do that. Personally, I'll probably change things a little bit, but maybe not that much. Spirit items. Spirit Strike melee damage reduced. Debuff duration reduced from 13 to 11. Spirit Shield reduced. Regen reduced. So what I'm seeing so far is that melee is getting nerfed. That's like a big thing I'm noticing. Every melee item is getting nerfed. That's assuming that the melee charge longer distance thing wasn't changed. Mystic Reach, Spirit Resist increased from 5% to 6%. Mystic Reach, ability range increased from 15 to 16. Extra Spirit increased from 8 to 9. Ammo Scavenger, neutral kills now counts as a soul capture. So I assume that's jungle, not neutral. Buff duration increased. So that's actually really huge. That's huge for Ammo Scavenger. I'm not a big fan of it myself, but that is a game changer. Withering Whip, fire rate slow increased. Projectile speed increased for slowing hacks. Quicksilver reload damage increased from 50 to 65. Noticeable. Surge of Power, imbued ability now grants plus 10% fire rate when used. So they buffed Surge of Power even more. That's huge. Won't really matter if you're using it on like mowing krill, I guess. Or like, when you come out of the digging, maybe you'll have some fire rate at the end of it. We'll see. Rapid Recharge now gains weapon damage. Improved Burst damage reduced from 10% max HP to 9. Improved Reach, Spirit Power increased. Torment Pulse, health increased from 125 to 140. Silence Glyph, Spirit Shield reduced from 200 to 150. Echo Shard, Spirit Power increased from plus 8 to plus 12. So also an Echo Shard buff. Bebop is gonna love that. Okay, so now we're gonna check out the heroes. Again, I feel like I'm getting more of a grasp on the items to kind of like get an idea of how this will change the meta. But, you know, it normally comes down, but we normally focus on heroes and hero mechanics on this channel, so this is usually the type of stuff I know more about. Abrams fixed seismic impact getting stuck on ceilings, like in mid-boss room. That sucks. Shoulder charge turn rate reduced a bit. And Infernal resilience reduced from 17 to 16%. Shoulder charge stun time reduced from 1 second to 0.85. Lots of changes with shoulder charge, I'm noticing, or with Abrams. Definitely interested to check it out. Overall, it's clearly a nerf. Make him a little bit less oppressive, I'll say. We'll have to see. Bebop. Uppercut no longer roots your hero during cast time. Can now keep firing if he jumps and his laser's already warmed up. They just at least feel better. There's a lot of movement and like non-clunkiness changes this patch. I like that. Bebop reverted recent change to make Hook have an alternate cast mode to pierce through allies and enemies. Probably a good idea. Bebop hook range reduced. Yeah, that's also a good idea. Hyper beam now does splash damage around 5 meter area the beam connects to on the ground. Can be used to fish heroes out of cover in some areas. Okay. Dynamo. Rejuvenating aura no longer gets cancelled when stamina is used. Rejuvenating aura T3 reduced from 4 to 3.8%. Kinetic pulse reduced from 40% slow to 35%. Quantum entanglement cooldown increased. So clearly a dynamo nerf. Clearly. Grey Talon fixed issues with charge shot hitting targets behind walls. Fixed guided owl doing damage through buildings. I knew I wasn't crazy. I know that happened to me. Rain of Arrows weapon damage reduced to +4. Rain of Arrows T2 to +5. Bullet damage growth per boon increased to 0.8. Guided owl cooldown increased. So they're buffing like the bullet version of, or the bullet part of Grey Talon. Just the true damage, true bullet damage. That makes sense. Haze fixed issues with Sleep Dagger hitting targets behind walls. I've noticed it's like super forgiving when you throw sleep darts or get hit by them, so it's probably related to that. Maybe we'll see less of clear misses ending up being a free kill or free sleep. Infernus base health reduced to 600. Flame dash slow resistance increased from 30 to 50%. Okay. Fix some control issues when flying near. I'm not sure how much this is gonna do. I'm gonna be honest. Ivy fixed some control issues when flying near a wall. That's good. Airdrop silence and slow debuff duration reduced from 4.5 to 4 seconds. Kelvin Arctic beam fire rate slow reduced. Ooh, wow. From 80% to 40. You're gonna feel that. Arctic beam movement slow reduced from 80 to 70. Still, you're gonna feel it. Objectives and Rejuvenator are now frozen and invulnerable when frozen under shelter. Oh my god, Kelvin is cooked. That's huge. That's actually massive. It's over Kelvin. Ice Path and Arctic Beam can now also be cancelled by hitting the ability key again. Well, they got something. Kelvin main's got something. It's over. R.I.P. Boso's Kelvin Watch. Lady Geist, SS Bomb T3 damage increased from 22 to 26. SS Bomb Spirit Scaling increased. Fix a recent bug with Malice. It costs multiple blood shards to be absorbed by one hero rather than pass through and hit others. Oh. I didn't know that's how it was supposed to work. Self-damage no longer consumes shields. Okay. Lash. Ground Slam now allows you to turn during the descent. Ooh, that's nice. It's gonna feel really good. Bullet growth increased. Sorry, no, it lowered to 0.9. Ground Strike damage, Spirit Scaling increased. Ground Strike damage per meter, Spirit Scaling increased. McGinnis Medicinal Spectre Radius reduced from 6 meters to 5 meters. Medicinal Spectre Radius now grows with Spirit Power. Can no longer wall jump from Spectre Wall. This was a thing people were doing. They were just walking up to the Spectre Wall, wall jumping it, and double jumping, and then they're fine. Can't do that anymore. I was gonna cover it in a video. Now I gotta think of something else. Minimum range reduced. Duration reduced. Heavy barrage, Spirit Scaling increased. Min range reduced, so you can shoot it even closer. Mini turrets, bullet travel speed increased. Okay. Overall, I'd say beginner's buff. Definitely a beginner's buff. Finally a buff. Bow and Krill. Camera zooms out a little bit when unburrowing. Can cast Scorn while using combo. Combo T2 reduced. Okay. Paradox fixed issues with swap hitting targets behind walls. I guess there's something going on in the whole game causing that. Pocket barrage per amp reduced to 6. Barrage slow reduced. Added a brief lockout period on flying cloak to prevent accidental double clicks. Just a quality of life. 7. Base bullet resist reduced from 8% to 0. That is a big change. Bullet resist no longer scales with boons. Headshot reduction increased from 25% to 35%. I didn't know they had their own. That's good to know. Stormcloud damage reduced. Stormcloud max radius reduced from 30 to 25. Cooldown reduced. Audio is a bit clear when it's cast. Clear 7 nerf. Very clear 7 nerf. Shiv changes, hopefully also a nerf. These are all great changes so far, by the way. Shiv, fixed issues with serrated knives hitting targets behind walls. Again, recurring thing. Shiv, slice and dice damage reduced from 125 to 105. Bloodletting deferred damage cleared reduced from 50% to 40. So that's, okay, how much damage he can eat, or rather clear out of the damage that's deferred. Killing Blow, bonus damage from full rage reduced from 25 to 20%. Killing Blow T2 now also increases... Killing Blow T2 now also increases rage jump by 5%. Cool. Vindicta. Now I'm wondering, is it a nerf or a buff? Because we have some numbers, but I wonder what they look on their side. Base bullet damage reduced to 13. Stake T1 duration reduced to 0.5, so it's less oppressive. Assassinate bonus gold is now shared with assisters. Oh my god, that is a massive buff. Just economy-wise, that is huge. I wonder if that means you get less for Vindicta. I'm not entirely sure on that part. If you get less from Vindicta, but it's shared, or it's just straight up shared. That is a huge buff. What? Let's see though, maybe the rest of it is a nerf. Familiar now reduces bullet armor. Okay. Impact damage reduced. Impact damage spirit scaling reduced. Overall a buff for the crowd in my opinion if you're following it up with shots. You can now use stamina while flying to get an impulse in the facing direction. Spacebar no longer exits the ability. You have to press the key again, as mentioned previously. Assassinate now does 20 more damage when getting a headshot. We got headshots for Vindicta. We have to try that in game. I was waiting for this for so long. I wanted to get headshots. Oh man, that's awesome. Scope ends when you're stunned. Whatever. That is huge. That adds so much skill to Vindicta. She was already a very skilled hero, but they're very much leaning into that. It's a buff for skilled players. I'd say even for not skilled players, but skilled players will get a lot of value from it. Maybe if I'm fair crafting real quick, maybe Spirit Vindicta, where you lean into the weapon, the sniper, will be more worth now. Man, that's crazy. Viscous, Puddle Punch now correctly knocks people in the cube up in there. Oh, we were supposed to do that. Improved various issues with the camera. Puddle Punch now telegraphs an effect before it forms. That's huge, so there's some counterplay. Baseball damage reduced from 14 to 13. Spider damage reduced. Goo Ball turn rate improved. Overall, yeah, this is a nerf for Viscous. That's probably for the best. Very oppressive. Warden, bullet growth reduced to 1.2. Alchemical Flask, debuff duration reduced to 6. Blast radius reduced to 6.5, marginal. You gain 50% bullet resistance during the 2-second ult channel. That's a big change. But I mean, if you don't ult and open, it's not gonna make a difference, but... Wraith, card trick damage reduced. So you can actually use this to like tank if you get stuck or something, I don't know. Wraith, card trick damage reduced from 100 to 80. Card trick spirit scaling increased from 1.2 to 1.5. Card trick projectiles spawn above the reticle rather than on the left side. That is also a pretty big change, because I guess you can do it around corners now then. What is what I would imagine. Yamato, Amino scales of spirit power. Amino scales of spirit power. Power slash damage reduced. Grapple post cast duration reduced. Alt fire now fixed to work with conditional damage sources. Yamato shadow transformation bullet and spirit damage and spirit resistance reduced from 55 to 40. Can now interrupt power slash with parry. Small thing. And then we got some map changes which we normally would check out, but we have... Oh, okay, no, we can't really see that one. But we have some stuff here. We're gonna check them out in game as well. Why not? Inner lane changes, added connections from the shop to the front of the department store and the New York Oracle buildings. Added veil in the opening at the front looking out towards the opposite side. Added a cover barrier in front of the opening with the veil. Moved the catwalk stair in front of the department store and New York Oracle closer to the mid. I guess we have pictures here. Okay. We don't have to check this one out in game. That is actually kind of huge. So if you're defending and you're on the turret, you can now poke out of this. That's pretty huge. Base changes. Angle the walkway connection from the outer lane exits to the inner lane exits. Added an overhang below the patron position. Added 2 juke clauses facing the patron. I'll have to check that one out in game, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. Rope changes. Remove the exterior ropes from the garage and nightclub. Replace the interior stairwells with ropes inside the garage and nightclub that gives access to the second floor roof. This is probably for the best, because it was really scuffed using this, but at the same time, I'm not a fan. Rooftop changes, raised apothecary and imports rooftops to match heights of record store and comedy club. Removed rooftop details. Removed rooftop details from roofs that are not safe. Added rooftop details to new valid rooftops. Miscellaneous changed. Okay, I don't care about those. And some bug changes. Pretty cool. So, oh, they also say it here. I'm stupid. Scoreboard enables cursor mode, displays scoreboard, displays damage summary, allows minimap ping and draw. Extra info no longer enables cursor. Quick upgrade abilities can now more easily map alt as an alternate cast button, displays extra information on the HUD, zipline speed boost, cooldown, and more. Okay, I think I like that. That's a pretty good W change. Client performance improvements, always for that. Game now automatically starts preloading the map once the client is launched to help reduce load time. Okay. Sand orb practice area now displays the time in milliseconds that you hit the orb after spawning. Added a console command private lobby to create to allow players to create custom lobbies using our servers. This is a temp UI once you add a real UI. I thought there really was one. Just do map and then whatever, but I guess this is slightly different than the console way you did it previously. So that's good. That's going to help a lot for a lot of people, especially ones who want to try things, make videos or whatever. Upgrade ability keys are now customizable. Huge. Adjusted mid-boss low health roar sound to be more distinct from spawn sound. Also huge. Added maximum FPS sliders. Removed pause limit for hero testing, co-op bot matches in the tutorial. Added support for launching the game in secondary monitor properly. Fixed friends menu scrolling up automatically when it shouldn't. Fixed being unable to invite offline users to a party. Fixed invite tooltips on friends menu not being positioned correctly. Metal skins effects revisions. Okay, I misread that. 7 static charge effects improvement to make the boundary more clear. Updated medic healing beam colors to be consistent with other heals. Melee troopers no longer play swipe effect. Okay. Added better indication when all 4 active slots are full. Added ice dome to fix some performance related issues. Updated torment visual effects to reduce some noise. Added sound for Tesla bullets and toxic bullets proc. Divine barrier wings no longer fully opaque. Reduced intensity of last hit status effect. Updated echo shard sound effects. Added low ammo indication sound. Improved clarity for 7 casting and channeling sounds. Updated refresher effects colors from green to purple. Minor upgrades to Abrams seismic impact to resolve some states faster to reduce visual noise. Updated Lady Geist Bloodbound. Updated Lady Geist Bloodbomb, Life Drain, Malice, and Soul Exchange sounds. Okay, that's interesting. Added shoulder charge wall impact effects. That is really big because it really felt scuffed before. Changed open mic. We're gonna test that one out. Changed open mic audio settings to allow open mic to opt in the team chat or party chat. Updated effects for the warpstone bullet resist buff. Added lucky shot proc sound effect. Updated berserker buff effects. Adjusted chips running reload animation. Added wall impact animation for the shoulder charge. Oh, so there's an animation too. We're definitely gonna check that out. Lowered gun and arm during Abrams jump animation to note obscure vertical. Soul jar return location effects will change color based on the captured state of the jar. Lady Geist Bloodbomb revisions to improve visibility in team fights. Improved visibility of heroes caught in the singularity. Distance, field shadows, and AO no longer visible behind cosmic veils. Added slider for FSR and FSR2. Updated Wraith, Great Talon, Inferno's VO. Okay, that's interesting. Walker AoE Stomp has new effects. Vicious Splatter has been adjusted. Revised silencer and cast and duration sounds. Added Rebirth channel and revive sounds. That's huge. Because you just kind of rebirthed randomly. That actually makes it slightly worse as an item. Added Infuser cast sound. That's huge. And some audio bugs fixed. So moving down here. There's a big spider crawling across my wall. Holy. That's a massive one. Missed gameplay. They just want to know about the patch notes like anyone else. Missed gameplay. Orbs now favor the claimer rather than denier, but both impact within a very narrow window of each other. Okay, that's probably good, especially with like hyping. Flex slot moved from first walker to 2 walkers. I keep moving the flex slots around. So moving from first walker to 2 walkers, that changes the. You still want to get the walkers, but it's definitely gonna be pretty slow. Like it's definitely gonna be pretty slow how the game play out, or it's gonna slow down the game a little bit, obviously, because you could kind of snowball to go from a guardian and just keep pushing for the lane and maybe even get the walker. But now because you need 2 walkers, it's just not enough. You gotta get 2 lanes, and then it might be easier to get the guardians rather than the walkers first. So that's an interesting change. Again, just to slow the game down a bit. All ability and item cooldowns increased by 6%. Max respawn time now happens at 35 minutes rather than 40. T4 items cost reduced. Shield regeneration time reduced to 50s. Man, I made videos covering most of these things. There are small details, but I'll update them for the next ones. Wall jump activation has been made more lenient. That's good because it was really clunky. We'll try that out. We'll try out the wall jump. Wall jump launch angle can now be steered a bit more. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna try it. Jump shooting lockout period reduced, so it's gonna be a lot more snappier to jump around. Souls from bosses now appear much more spread out. Rope climbing speed increased. Taking non-dot damage while on a rope slows you down by 30%. Improved heavy melee hit registration. Ooh, okay. Mid-boss warding now happens on 60 instead of 50%. Walker beam max range. The sticky portion after being acquired reduced by 20%. Successful carry CD reduced from 0.5 to 0.25 seconds. Okay. Fixed alt fires not working with conditional bonuses like close range. Okay, yeah, the good thing to fix that. Melee troopers, hitbox improved. Fixed medic troopers sometimes using their heal on guardian boss. Fixed multiple heroes getting their power-up bonus by standing on top of it before it spawns. This is a thing we covered in my pro tips video. That's not fixed. Fix your gun reloading down to a smaller magazine when reloading with higher ammo than your max. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that does. So I guess you can't reload it. We're gonna try that. We're gonna try that. Let's hop in game. Overall, very W patch. Sure, there's not a lot of new content. You could argue, right? There's no new hero. There's no new map. I don't know what it would be a map. No new item. But these changes are very big and address a lot of issues with the meta. I mean, the Kelvin change alone is a big change. Oh, and here we can see the jungles. These are all the jungles that we're talking about. We're gonna see it in game though in a little bit. Once it starts. It is not being... It's not working with me right now. We will get there soon. I think my Steam crashed. Dead. Okay, let's check it out. So first I want to see the thing in game. So first, okay, so we're gonna head into game. Okay, so we're gonna head into the Cursed Apple now. I want to check out the new map changes, see how they feel. And then we're gonna hop into the range and see how everything else feels. Oh, that's green. I can't really see what the difference is here. Looks all the same to me. Okay, and then we go... Oh yeah. So this is the little window, little secret room, the little cubby. And shoot out of that. I guess, yeah, it makes sense because they have one on their side and you sort of have one too. You can't really like go too crazy with it, but you can still kind of poke or just retreat back into it. And they can't really fight back, so it's pretty awesome. Greenwich Street. But anyways, let's actually head into the sandbox and we're gonna check out the other changes as well, see how it all feels. Really excited though. Starting off with Abrams. Oh, right, so that's the change. Alt doesn't work. I always use Alt for this. Now we have to go here. Oh, they added this. Is this in the notes? Okay, you got a puncher thing. We got a... What's this? What is this? It's like a mini mid-boss? What is this here? Okay. There's a smoke that they mentioned in the notes. Okay, let's just spawn him. And then we'll see. So melee, how does that feel? About the same. Nothing new. Charge. I like that effect. That's pretty cool. This is gonna take so long to relearn. God damn it. The charge feels... Yeah, you feel a little bit, but it's not insane. I like that though. That's huge. Just a small thing that makes it feel better. Alright, next up. I want to try... What's a weapon that gives us extra... Oh yeah, melee charge. Melee made extra heavy melee distance you have right there. 40%. Was that what it used to be? Or did it lower that? Oh yeah, no, it's the same one. Okay, so now that's just... Okay, got it. So that's overall... That's a buff to melee charge even. That's huge. That's actually really huge. So, I guess overall it's like a mixed bag melee, but melee charge is definitely a lot more worth it. I forgot to check the minimap. We'll check it in a little bit. Okay, so let's tab. Let's alt.
No one breaks me. I'll run them down.
Then let's see. Dynamo. Don't have this much to see there. Great Helm Vindicta. I wanted to try the Assassinate.
The friends of humanity will be eradicated.
Because I always thought you could headshot with it. It makes sense. Okay, you guys are about the same health. Not full, but I close enough.
There you are.
Okay. Wait, I feel scammed. Wait, 20% headshot damage. Is the bonus only if they're less than 50%? Because that's the same, isn't it? I need 2 enemies with the exact same health. Hold on. Okay.
It's easier every time.
192, 192,
Engage.
160. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. Okay, sweet. Like that. I like that a lot. And then the change with Crow. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. Okay, that... We'll just not do that again. Don't use the Crow, guys. Don't use the Crow. I wanted to feel... We're gonna go back in game now, because I forgot to do... I wanted to check the minimap out, and I wanted to feel how wall jumps feel. So I'm gonna pick one with a little bit more stamina. Off the cuff, I can't even think of Lash. Yeah, doesn't matter, I guess. So, that's the map. Oh yeah, the whole map changed. It's not just that. The whole map feels way different. It's like round. I like that. And camps will take a little while to spawn. So in the meantime, Oh, that looks really solid though. I like that. Let's see how wall jump feels. And that was a bad example because we just kind of... That would be a whiff in the previous one. Let's like see how far we can push it. Yeah, that was very much pushing it. That's also pushing it. It definitely feels a lot smoother though. So I like that. That's a good change. Because it felt... I was super happy that they added a mechanic, but it really just felt awkward to use. So I really much like that. You know what? It's really late. It's like 2... It's 2 AM here. Let's just see if we can do Dynamo instead, because I know he gets extra ammo.
Time is right. I can get out of
Oh,
here.
this could take so long to relearn. Okay.
My condition has its advantages.
So what happens if we reload now? So I have no idea what that patch note meant, apparently. But okay, good to know. And now I broke the game, so you're gonna have to go back and... But we saw the map in the video. We saw the map in the patch notes, so we know what it looks like. It's gonna feel a lot better playing the game. I'm really excited to jump in and play more, which we will do tomorrow. But either way, that was it for me for today. W patch note. I hope you... Very W patch notes. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know in the comments what you did think. But thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.